Hello and welcome to another exciting video. How's it going, y'all? I hope you guys are having a great week so far. It's a Saturday. Recording this a little later on a Saturday than I normally do, mostly because when I got home from work, I just fell asleep, so. But before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you haven't done so already. That way you'll get all my future videos and whatnot. And, yeah. Got about 19 more minutes to fill here. So, let's get started. Where to start? So many things to talk about today, I guess. Now that I've gone through some notes, aka scrolling through all the different Facebook pages that I normally do to get some info, and Twitter accounts and whatnot. I guess we'll start with the big news, dirt racing news of the week. As many of you guys probably already know from several other YouTubers, I know I'm a little late to the game, but this is what I got. Jonathan Davenport, aka Superman, will be driving in the NASCAR Cup Series for College Racing, and that third entry at Bristol Dirt. So coming up here this Easter weekend. So that's pretty cool. That'll be in right around a month from now. So that's pretty exciting news. Very much looking forward to that. Yeah. So, congrats to that guy, and it's going to be in that Nutrien Ag car, which is actually his dirt car sponsor, his super late model. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I saw Tyler Carpenter is going to be back in a truck, also at Bristol Dirt for the truck series. Back with Nice Motorsports after that disappointing race. What was that? Last year, the year before, whatever. At Knoxville, where he just got taken out, or no, he blew up or something like that. He was running pretty well. Hopefully, he'll have a better luck this year in the truck series. That'll be pretty cool. So that's your dirt racer into NASCAR news. Speaking of dirt racers, Kyle Larson will be on the pole for tomorrow's race at Phoenix. Although I saw NASCAR confiscated their louvers or something like that. For all Hendrick Motorsports cars, so who knows what's going to happen with that. I didn't actually read the article. I just saw the highlighted caption there, the title, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, so that's fun. Also in NASCAR related news, wow, my mind just went blank for a second there. There was something. The drivers who are going to be taking over for Chase Elliott while he recovers from his snowboarding accident. For the night, they say he's going to be out for at least 6 weeks. So Josh Berry is going to be in that car for basically all the races except for the road course at COTA. And Jordan Taylor is going to be... Ow. Jordan Taylor is going to be in that car for that particular weekend. If you guys don't know who Jordan Taylor is, some of you guys might know him as Rodney Sandstorm. It was a little quirky online persona where he kind of wears, his old school Jeff Gordon Rainbow Warriors like jacket and he's just a great guy. He's actually been on a lot of NASCAR podcasts recently. But you guys probably also know Jordan Taylor from IMSA, as he races the Pratt & Miller Corvette for Corvette Racing. Before that, he used to race for his dad at Wayne Taylor Racing, and the prototypes. He's been tapped to do all sorts of projects the last couple of years, and he's been dying to get into a NASCAR race, and he's also been working with Hendrick Motorsports, so which I think is why he's in the car for COTA. Yes, this race is being played in a fast forward here because it was really long otherwise. It was over 3 minutes, so took it down to like 1 minute and 50 seconds or something like that. I sped a couple of these things up just to make it so this video is not super long. I think this was originally going to be like 24 minutes long, down to just over 20 minutes. So I try not to make it too long for you guys, because otherwise mostly I will run out of things to talk about. The SRX video that I'm going to start working on after this will probably be pretty long. A lot of that's going to be fast forwarded as well, as we finally made it to the SRX series. So that's your little preview of my next video, unless I do a car and NASCAR Ignition 21 or NASCAR 21 Ignition, whatever. We'll see, but more than likely it'll be an SRX video on Tuesday at some point. I'm not sure if there will be a video next Saturday, as I'm possibly going to go run a 5K at Rockford Speedway. The race starts at noon. Usually 5Ks don't start that late, but I think it's because it's the day after St. Patrick's Day. And it's the St. Patrick's Day themed race. And there's beer involved during the race and after the race, so yeah, it's gonna be fun. Haven't actually signed up for it yet. I should probably do that before tomorrow, before the price goes up. So that'll be fun. My first event at Rockford Speedway of the year. Speaking of Rockford Speedway, still looking for a car. I'm hoping to find something before the first so that I can race on the first in that 250 Enduro. But we'll see. No other news on that front. So, yeah. Also NASCAR news. At COTA, there's going to be like 3 former Formula 1 drivers racing. I believe Kimi Räikkönen's going to be in the race, Jenson Button, and someone else. My mind is drawing a blank right now, but yeah. 3 former F1 drivers will be in attendance for the Cup race. On top of Jordan Taylor, will probably be a ringer, as Jordan Taylor is working on he's the driver coach for NASCAR / Hendrick Motorsports Garage 56 entry for Le Mans coming up here pretty soon. They just completed a test at Sebring recently, and earlier in the week they had completed a test at Daytona, running like full 24-hour tests. So as far as I know, they were a success. Yes, I don't talk about road course racing very often, but when I do, it's that. So yeah. No Lucas Oil this week still for the late models. We won't see them for like another week or so. I think that's what I read. I haven't looked at the schedule recently. I just know they haven't raced since they did that Florida swing in February. I know David Gravel won the World of Outlaws sprint car, the final race of Volusia. Because of course he did, getting that big gator. So congrats to him for that. I'm trying to think of what else is going on. World of Outlaw late models aren't back in town, back in town. Back racing until just before the start of the weekend. They have a couple different tracks they'll be at for the weekend, so there's that. The Hunt the Front boys ran their first super late model race of the season last night. In the Southern Super Series, I think. I don't know. It was co-streamed on both XR and Hunt the Front TV. My wife watched it. I had to work, so yeah. I always miss out on all the fun things. But I know Joseph finished at the line. He was 5th. His a friend and rival finished one spot ahead of him at 4th. But the car who won the race, I guess, was light on scales, so they were officially 3rd and 4th. So good for them, I guess. Sucks for the guy who won the race, but it is what it is. Don't be light on the scales. I've always had my cars slightly on the heavier side just to avoid any issues like that, stupid issues like that. But that's just me. And also, sometimes weight helps with traction, especially on the dirt. I hope my daughter screaming on the other side of the door doesn't come through the microphone here. This microphone's really good though, so it filters out a lot. Trust me. I've been recording stuff and not heard anything in the background, even with people like screaming like right near me, and I'm like, oh, that I'm gonna have to re-record that. Yeah. Trying to think of what other dirt stuff is going on. Honestly, I think that's it for dirt for today, at least, to talk about. The Xfinity race starts pretty soon here. Probably by the time you're watching this. The ARCA race last night at Phoenix was won by a 15-year-old. As a couple of the main contenders, I guess, took themselves out. I don't know. I just kind of glanced at it as I was scrolling earlier, so yeah, so congrats to the kid for winning. Frankie Muniz got his first career top 10 in the ARCA series. He finished 6th, I believe. So good for him there. I know he's running the full season, so I'll probably see him at Milwaukee this summer. Definitely going to try and go to the races that week. For whatever else is racing. Usually the Big 8 late models are there that weekend. Yeah, we'll see. Speaking of asphalt late models, Cars Tour is about to get underway here shortly. Carson Quaffle is on the pole. So good for him. Yeah. So that'll be kicking off here shortly. That's going to be on Flow. Probably is already on Flow right now. ASA started today. Derek Thorne was fastest in practice. As of like, I don't know, half an hour ago as of recording this. I believe he was also the fastest in qualifying, so good for him. I saw a couple former and sometimes Rockford Speedway drivers, Michael Bilderback, who I used to absolutely hate watching his dad race. I used to always say, blow up, have 4 flat tires. And actually one time he did have 4 flat tires in a race, and I was like, oh shit. It was a race that determined the championship, and he lost to the great Bobby Wilberg that year, who was also a multi-time champion at Rockford Speedway. But yeah, Michael Bilderback was near the back of the pack. Austin Nason, some of you guys might have heard of him. He's been kind of lighting the world on fire in the asphalt late models scene the last couple years now. He was about mid-pack, I think. Also notable people in the race. I saw Boris Yurkovic was in there. I have not seen him race since Musgrave Memorial race at Ileana Speedway, which is no longer there. That was probably 10 years ago. Shit, because Ted Musgrave was in the race. Yeah, he almost won the thing too. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video, as we're winter mac and cheese dinner there. But like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.